here with Lina Cordero from Onlychild Studios. Thank you guys so much for your patience and for sticking it out while we had some technical difficulties. We really appreciate you guys waiting around. It's raining here in San Francisco, and it never rains in California, so I feel like something was bound to be wrong or weird today. It's like an off day. It's like really storming outside, which I know for most of you guys is probably not a big deal, but for us it is. So
yes, I know we're spoiled.
We're spoiled. Really spoiled. Yeah, so it's rainy and crazy. And anyway, we are so glad that you're here. Lina is going to be continuing some of her event branding that she was doing yesterday, and we had a lot of fun with it. And she has some really fun little surprises for you today. So
yes.
Very excited about it. Before we jump into that, let's just quickly pull up what was going on earlier today. This morning, there was another Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge with Kathleen. As always, you can watch the replay if you missed that. And Andre was live after that with mobile photography. It looked so cool. I watched most of it, and I definitely recommend watching it if you missed it. And then we had Howard with our XD Daily Creative Challenge. If you're interested in participating in that, you can watch that replay. And then we are live now. We'll probably run a little over, not sure, just depending on how things go, but want to try to give as much as possible since we had that little difficulty earlier. And yeah, we are going to be doing portfolio reviews today. So if you guys are interested in submitting your portfolio for Lina to review, you can do that right above the chat where the challenge tab normally is. There is a portfolio review challenge or tab. And so you can submit your portfolio there, and in a little bit, in about an hour, Lina will be giving some feedback. So make sure you submit that. You can still also submit to the Daily Creative Challenge for both Photoshop and XD. And then I just want to remind you guys that Monday is a holiday for us here, and so there will be no streams on Monday, but a new challenge will be starting on Tuesday, and there's going to be some really fun 3-day streams next week, so make sure you tune in for that. So yeah, with that, you want to talk about yourself again? I'll pull up your work again for anyone who missed yesterday. Let me pull up your Behance here, and do you want to just reintroduce yourself and talk?
Sure, I'll do
about your
a quick introduction because I know you guys have been waiting for us. So I'm going to be really quick. My name is Lina Cordero. I am originally from Costa Rica, but I have been living in LA for the last 12 years. I am a creative director and a designer at Onlychild Studio. And no, Eric, you don't have to be an only child to join our studio. We actually have our chosen sisters and chosen brothers who are the people that we work with. So our copywriters and our developing team, those I call my chosen siblings.
That's so cute.
So you can join us. But yeah, we are a design studio. We focus on branding, and we're located in LA. So anyone that wants to visit us, come by.
Yes.
And that's it for me. Yesterday, we were working on an event branding project, and we're going to continue to do that today. Yesterday, we kind of landed on where the main image is going, and we talked about we actually designed the save the date and the badge for the event. So we're gonna continue today. And yesterday, I remember someone had a request for animation, like simple animation. Like I don't have my chosen brother that
simple.
really does the big animation for us. So I'm just gonna show you guys how to do simple animation on Illustrator and Photoshop for stuff like GIFs, like Instagram GIFs or GIFs that you can put in your website. So that's where we're gonna start, and then we're gonna jump onto merchandise design and some signage.
Perfect. I'm excited.
Okay.
All right, let's jump in.
Let's see if we can get my screen up there.
Yes, can we jump over to Lina's screen?
And let's see. Okay, so this is where we were at yesterday with our save the date. And then and here's where we were at with the badge. So let's jump onto gift creation. What do you think? Oh, thank you so much, Marisa.
Aw.
Thank you.
Hi from Saudi Arabia.
Hi, Laura.
Yeah,
Welcome.
feel free to jump in the chat, ask questions. If you have any questions about design or Illustrator or running a studio, freelancing, all of that, feel free to ask. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yes, anything you guys want to shoot our way, we'll try to respond. Okay, so yesterday I got a little bit ahead of myself, and I'm glad I did because it was like I planned that we were going to be late.
You knew we were going to have some issues. It's all good.
So I created some in-brand gifts for this event, and I want to animate some of these.
Yes.
And they all have a different way to be animated. So we can start with, which one's your favorite?
Oh, let me see. Oh, I'm curious. Okay, I want to know how you're going to do this circle one.
So we have the Feeling Beautiful. So what I do is I take, so that I'm just gonna use as my artboard to go back to, but I take the main element and I place it in the center of the artboard, and then that's okay. So sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna prepare everything in Illustrator so that when we go to Photoshop, the only thing we need to do is drag all the PNGs in there and put them in a simple timeline. That I found that's like the easiest way for me, because it doesn't get messed up when you move it in Photoshop. Maybe sometimes you move it a little too much. You like move a little bit the artboard or something, and you get little jumps.
Yeah.
So the way that I ensure that doesn't happen is just by taking the main element and copying the artboard directly. And then so the way I'm gonna animate this, I'm just gonna make it go spin in circles.
Great.
So I hold my shift key and then flip it once, and then I take the second artboard,
and you're just holding Option and dragging to duplicate that.
Yes, to duplicate, just Option drag, and then to turn it around I do shift and
shift will hold it in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I make sure that it only goes once.
Yes.
And then
So basically you're just creating all the frames that you're gonna need in Illustrator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I create all of them in Illustrator, and then I just transfer them onto Photoshop and get them in there. So this is a little bit tedious, so you guys are welcome to ask anything while I do this, and we can make this more interactive.
Bluebell says, I love the feel of this already.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay, so and what I do is that I turn it around until it gets to the same frame that we started with. Right, so once we get that one, I actually removed this one because I already have it, but I just made sure that I got there.
Perfect.
And then I export my artboards.
Okay.
It's gonna be 10:17. So export, export as, and I'm going to create a new folder just to make sure that I have it in there all organized. This is the...
That's my problem. I do that after I have like 50 things on my desktop.
I know.
It's really bad.
Me too, but
It's very bad.
We're live, so I'm pretending to be organized.
No, but you're like convicting me right now that this is what I need to be doing with my life to just simplify everything.
Yes, no, it does help. Oh.
It really does.
We said it was 10:17, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Perfect. So I make sure this is set to PNG. so that I'm able to create a transparent background. So go in here, I specify transparent and click OK. And I'll just do it 150, but you could do it 72. Yeah. But just in case we decide to use this bigger. So I go to my folder, and now I just drag one of them, the first one, into Photoshop.
Okay.
Which I opened the last version, but okay. And I'm going to start dragging all of the other ones. Just
one at a time?
Yeah, just one at a time, and I just drag them in there. That's gonna ensure that it's gonna be in the same place. As soon as it hits that, I just...
Because then you don't have to resize them or anything.
Yeah, no resizing and no like reaccommodating it or anything.
Yeah.
So it's all in there now. We create a video timeline, but then I go to these little squares in here. And then I start hiding all of the ones that are not there. So I created the first frame with the first design, and then I go do the second one is the second, the third one is the third, and I hide all of the other ones. The fourth one is the fourth, hide the other one, and so on and so forth.
We have Winan from Amsterdam and Michael from Belgium, Nuno from Portugal.
Hi,
Anthony,
guys.
Courtney, thank you guys for joining.
Yes, thank you so much.
We're going to have Chat and Win in about 13 minutes, so make sure you guys are in the chat, ready to win some stickers. Yes.
Okay, so if we see this, it's already turning around.
How cute.
So the one thing I need to do now is set the amount of seconds that this is gonna last. I am going to see how it goes with 0.1. If it's too fast, it is a little bit too fast. So maybe let's try 0.5. I think this works better. And for you guys to see, I'm going to... Should I add a background so you guys can...
Maybe we could see it better.
See?
Leah was asking, how did you hide all of the layers so quickly? Did you just like click and then drag all the way up over the eyes? Earlier, like when you first put everything in.
Oh, what I did, yes. You click the eye and then just drag.
Oh, I didn't know you could
down.
do that.
Yes.
Okay, that's very handy. Instead of like clicking every single one.
Yes, it does. It does help. So I'm just gonna color this really quick.
Do you have any advice on how to find inspiration when you're designing a brand? Ines is asking.
Yes.
Inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can find inspiration in everything, not only other designs or other designers, but as far as design, Pinterest is like, oh my God. Pinterest, Behance too. I find a lot of good inspiration in Behance. You can create the mood boards in the mood boards in Behance, and that helps a lot. Where else? Instagram. It's also a good source of inspiration, and then like all other like design pages. It depends on the project that I'm working on, but there's a lot of pages that feature. There's pages that feature only packaging. There's pages that feature only UX UI. So those are good because they feature like the top of the top.
Yeah.
And that's really good to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. And like you said, you can take inspiration from other fields as well, and anything. So like if you're a designer, you could take inspiration from architecture or photography or illustration. Like you can look, and I think sometimes that's helpful because then it's easier to like apply those things to your design without copying. Whereas like when you look at designs, then sometimes it's hard to like not copy even unintentionally.
Yes.
So I think that's
definitely
good advice.
And creating like mood boards helps a lot. So now that we have it animated the way we want to, I'm gonna export it. And what I do, I go to Save for Web. And let's see. Okay, this is a giant file. So we're gonna get it down to 800, 500. Okay, so I make sure that I have most of the colors. It's a GIF. It goes on forever in the looping options, and we'll save it. And it does not complete the operation because I know why. Let me save this. Sorry, guys. Today is the day of technical difficulties.
Today is the day, you guys. It's almost Friday.
But I'm just gonna walk you through this because it's been a problem that I've been getting.
Yeah, let's see.
So in case you guys have the same problem at home, I found that I think there's something, maybe like my memory, it's like full on. So what you have to do is reset, like just get off Photoshop.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna save this as a Photoshop file, and hopefully this works. Let's hope for it. Okay, so I'm going to close Photoshop. And I'm going to reopen my file. Let's see. Okay. Crossing our fingers that this is gonna work. Export for web. Okay, and now it worked. Thank God. Okay, so I save that in there, and I can go to my GIFs, and it will be in there animated.
It's beautiful.
So that's how the circle one is done.
There you go.
I have intended for all of these to be different. We're obviously not gonna go through all of them because it will take us forever. But if you guys have a specific one that you want me to work on, let us know.
Yes, let us know. While we're waiting for you guys to answer, Colby was asking basically about how to display, if you design like event branding or an identity, how would you display that in your portfolio, like to really show the whole?
So that's one of the things. Well, I actually was thinking of doing a client presentation, but if you guys would rather, we can do this as a portfolio project and wrap it up like that. But I have an example if you want to jump into her screen, Elle's screen, on the We Are One project that I designed. This one this part was the initial branding, so there's no merchandise or signage in there, but this is the way that I displayed it. So I started with the mood board that I had, and then the color palette, the fonts used, the theme elements, and went on to display how this would look on an Instagram grid. This was very Instagram driven. It was most of the things we created in here were for Instagram. So, and then a little video where it would have, if you click in that one, it has like the animated
Instagram
stories.
Cute.
And then coming down the website, and you would see the scrolling of the landing page of the event. So, and then just closed it with a little detail that referred back to that event. So that's in that case, but I would try to put as many things that tie the identity together.
Show all the different components of it in one document.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, different exported as different JPEGs.
Yeah.
Yes, that's pretty much. Okay, so we have the waves. Okay, so
Oh yeah.
I was thinking for this one to actually just change the colors.
Okay.
So have it like, because let's see. So what I would do, okay, so this color would go up, right? Because we're getting them down. So this color would go up, and then this one would go down, and this one would go down, and then you would have this one and this other one, and this one would come down. So let me see, we have next. Okay, so yeah, those are the three iterations that we can have of these with color. So again, just export. I did not see the number. 2018.
We have about 4 minutes until Chat and Win, and then also make sure to submit your portfolio for a chance to have Lina review it at about 2 o'clock. There's a tab right above the chat that says portfolio review, and that's where you can submit that. And yeah, we would love to see your guys' work, and it's always great to get some feedback on how you can improve your portfolio. So make sure you submit.
Yes, I'm excited to see what you guys are gonna submit.
Me too.
It's okay, so let me do this one really quick, and then you guys can decide, do we do another GIF or do we move on to something else?
Okay.
Let us
What are
know.
you thinking?
Let
Let us know what you prefer. And if you guys have any more questions for Lina, feel free to ask them too while she's building this.
Yes.
So dragging them in again.
Dragging them again, and then I'm going again to my timeline, the square version, and it's 1, 2, 3. You do 1, 2 is 2, and 3 is 3. So
Cute.
it animates like this, and I'm just going to do 5 seconds again and see how that looks. I think this might be even a little faster. I'll just do 0.4. And
Cute.
this is how it would look.
That's so fun.
Yay! I'm going to crop the board a little bit so it doesn't have so much white space when it's uploaded to like Giphy or other platforms. Then it's easier.
Taylor says, love the simple animation. You could also make them like move in a wave, which you
Yes.
could do in After
Yes,
Effects.
in After
Another way you
Effects.
could animate it.
That would look really cool.
Alicia is asking about pricing. So do you have an hourly rate or do you have packages? And how do you kind of figure out what to charge for a package?
So that took me a lot of research in the initial stages, for sure, to how to be able to be like competitive in my market, but like be around. So I did ask a lot of other designers what they were charging, and that's how I created my initial packages. And I do have some of the stuff that I charge for are in packages, like branding and website. I do have like a base price for websites, but then it depends on the necessities of the clients because I need to account for developers as well. So I do have the branding prices, but a lot of the projects, let's say something like this, I would like sit and craft the proposal
because it would be so custom because there's so many different components to it. Yeah.
So the way I do that is I estimate the hours that it's gonna take me, and then I do like my hourly rate times that, and create a custom proposal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's hard to have like a package for
like
for
a
branding,
standard package for
event
everything.
branding because it's so different.
Yeah. Okay, well, it is time for Chat and Win.
Yay!
So jump in the chat and tell us something fun. I don't know. We're having a crazy day today, so we'd love to hear whatever you have to say, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back, ready to hear who won our stickers from Sticker Mule. And yeah, let us know what you guys are thinking about pricing, all that fun stuff. It's always a fun topic.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Everyone likes
Yeah, I agree with Anthony too. It depends, like the pricing.
Yeah, if a company can tell you their budget first, that's always nice.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't do that, but it is kind of nice if you know what their budget is and you can create something for their budget. Alicia, you won our stickers.
Congratulations, Alicia.
Congratulations. You'll get a message on Behance about how you can redeem those, and you'll get 100 free stickers. And then if you didn't win, that's okay, because you can still go to stickermule.com/AdobeLive20, updated code now, and you'll win, or you can get 10 stickers for $1. So you can test them out, play around with them. They're pretty fun. You can create some custom stickers. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Sticker Mule. They have great products.
Me too.
So did you guys decide, are we going to do one more gift or are we going to move on to something else?
Yes. What do you guys think?
Feeling?
What do you guys think? These are the gifts.
These are the gifts. If you would like
animating.
to see one of this animated, tell us.
Let us know.
And we can do one more, or we can move on to something
I
else.
wish there was a vote button. That would be nice.
Yes, another thing to pitch.
Yeah, I know.
And okay, move on.
All right.
Martin, you got the word. Okay, so
Taylor says move on too.
Perfect. So I'm gonna move on to this list and see like the stuff that we might have to do. We can do a journal. What do you
Let's
think?
do the journal.
To do some
I
merch.
would love to see the journal.
Oh, and Anthony wants to see one more.
Alicia says the self-love bottle. Maybe at the end if we have
Okay,
time. We
let's
can
do
jump
that.
back to it.
Let's do this.
Move on and then we can go back.
Move on and then we'll go back to the self-love bottle. Okay. So we're gonna do the journal. So one thing that
Alex says the self-love bottle too.
Okay,
It's popular.
perfect.
We'll get to it at the end if we have time.
One thing that I love about events is that you get to design merch.
Yes.
And that's always
because then it's
so
like
much
real life tangible.
fun. Yes.
That's so fun.
And it's also really cool how you can like brand, not brand in a way like put the logo, but like make it relevant to that event.
Yes.
That's like my favorite thing. So,
That's so cool.
what I wanted to do today was we'll pretend that the people that go to these events get a little journal. So it's like a little self-love journal.
Aww.
But instead of just making, because a lot of companies are doing this, they just give you a notebook with their branding. I wanted to make it specific like insight. So like a
that's
real,
sweet.
you know, like the 5-minute journals kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
That, but like going back to the self-love theme.
Okay.
So
I love it.
that's the idea for that.
I love it. Taylor's asking if you're self-taught or if you went to design school.
I went to design school. I went to USC, at Ruskin School of Fine Arts. And prior to that, I went to community college I had an AA degree on graphic design from Santa Monica College.
Cool.
And I really recommend for those of you that are in the US or that are looking to study design, community colleges are a great alternative because it's cheaper and it's like I loved that experience.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of those professors also teach at, four-year universities. So you're basically getting the same education a lot of times, but it's a lot cheaper.
Yes. It's great. It's really good. Okay, so I'm going to start by designing the inside of the journal. And we're obviously just like eyeballing this. We don't have yet the guidelines of the printer, but we'll pretend.
Yeah.
We'll just do a nice design and then put it into the guidelines when we get them from the client. Okay, so we've got some copy. Here. And just like yesterday when we were doing the save the dates, I start by dragging in the copy and like putting it in to where I think would make sense.
Okay.
And then start designing from there. So
Raven's asking if you branded as yourself as personal, not as an agency, but you've kind of set yourself up as an agent. You have an agency.
Yes.
You're not just freelancing on your own.
Yeah, I have an agency.
Yeah. Her agency is called Onlychild Design. Onlychild
Design.
Okay, Onlychild Design. And it's
Onlychild for short.
Onlychild for short. And it's super, super cute, and everything she does is amazing. So you guys need to look it up. Onlychild Design on Behance, Onlychild Design on Instagram, onlychilddesign.com.
And it's only one D between child and design.
Oh, good to know.
That's very important because
good to know.
Okay. Again, like yesterday, always really helpful to get the mini guidelines in here so I can copy. Guys, tell us something.
I would love to know what's your favorite. So you offer so many different kinds of services, right? Like you do web design, you do event design. Out of everything that you offer, what is your favorite kind of project to work on?
My favorite kinds of projects. Well, I love branding.
Yeah.
Overall.
Just overall, in general.
Yeah, branding. But I love. We provide the service that it's called social media branding.
Oh, that's cool.
That's my favorite thing to do because so the way we do this is we first do their branding and how it would look and present some guidelines to them. And then we get to do the photo shoots. So it's so much fun because I get to have the branding designer direction, but also the production and photography part. So that's really cool. And we do the copy. And so it's like more of a teamwork than just doing design, because usually design I do it on my own.
Right. But you get to work with a team of people for that because you'll have a copywriter and you have a photographer,
a producer. So that's really nice.
That's very fun.
Yes.
Anthony says your Behance looks so spiffy.
So spiffy. Let's see. Okay, so
So nice to just eyedrop everything in there.
yes, I don't even know if it's gonna look good, but then like we can try and see
Yes.
how it's starting to look, and then at least I get some of the fonts in there, and then I can see.
Taylor's asking how much you charge for that social media branding, but kind of a joke. You don't actually have to tell us.
But that also
very custom, right?
That's very
so custom. Cause
yes,
they could want so many different things. If they want mostly photos or if they want mostly graphics, like that's two different things.
Yes.
And how much you're actually doing, how many photos or graphics and all of that.
Yes, and also it really depends what the creative ends up being, because the creative, it's also gonna inform a lot of the production.
Yeah.
Like, do they want, is it a product that only wants their product, or do we need to hire models? Do we need, so it really it's different for every client, but yeah, it depends on the project. That's one of the projects that I would do custom pricing.
Sense. Yeah.
Once I hear the needs of the company. Okay, so I kind of prefer this one. Little.
That looks good.
Okay, so. So guys, tell us about you. Are you guys going to school? Are you freelancing? Are you just like learning design on the side and are hoping to start working soon? What's your story?
Yes, let us know. And don't forget to submit your portfolio for review. Lina will be reviewing 2 portfolios in a little bit, in about an hour. So make sure you submit right above the chat. There's a portfolio review tab. You can submit there for a chance to have her give you some feedback. And I would love to see what you guys are creating.
I am an only child, as a matter of fact. Yes, Anthony. And I do use a tablet sometimes when designing, like when I do illustration stuff, mostly.
Yeah.
But for things like this, no.
Yeah.
Just like illustration. Otherwise, I don't. No, I haven't gotten used to. Have you?
I have used a tablet, but I don't use it very often. I actually, I haven't used it even very much recently. But I feel like when you're doing things like this, it's not as necessary, which is kind of more what I'm doing right now anyway. Whereas if you're doing illustration or things where you want those natural like strokes, that's when it's like very handy.
Yeah.
But possible to do with a mouse.
Yes.
But a little easier, more natural with a tablet. Ludoval says, I'm self-taught and love Adobe Live for learning, which is so true.
Nice.
That's the great thing about it. Anthony says, I'm currently freelancing and teaching. Beck says, I'm currently in the process of starting my virtual assistant business, specializing in graphic design. That's so cool.
Nice.
Oh, Charlie. So Charlie was on yesterday, and he's 14. When do you suggest I begin working?
I'd say, like, start somewhere.
Yeah.
Start, even if it's something. I would say the most important thing is to build a portfolio. So if you don't feel that you have the experience necessary just yet, try taking on a friend. Like if you have a family member or someone that's starting starting a business or something, maybe you can help them do their materials, and and maybe you won't be charging at first necessarily, but it's gonna help you to build a portfolio, and that's where it all starts.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere, and you've already started and are doing great. So I would say you can start working as soon as people hire you.
Yes.
Alicia says, I've been designing my own templates and selling them on my e-commerce store. That's so cool.
Nice.
What kind of templates?
Yeah, send us your link.
Yes.
So we can check you out.
And Jack says, I work for an agency, went to college but not for design. Martin studied graphic design. Yeah, Alicia says, I'm self-taught but really want to get into brand identity and web design.
Nice.
Yeah, you're in the right place.
Yes.
Learning from the best.
Let's see.
So you knew that you wanted to do graphic design from when you started college?
No, I actually wanted to get into advertising.
Okay.
That was that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to study advertising. But I actually, funny story, the reason why I got into design was because when I came to the US, I didn't speak English.
Wow.
So, and I was taking ESL classes, but I was so bored because they were very boring, very basic.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think I can handle this. So I started looking for classes that were visual enough for me to follow, or things that I already knew. I started taking ballet and and I was like, oh, graphic design sounds visual enough. Let's see how it goes.
That's so
because
cool.
the professor, because it was programs, so you had the professor with the screen right in front of you. So that's how I got into design.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I loved it. I did go into working in advertising for a little bit and realized it wasn't an industry that I was that appealed to.
Sure.
So yeah, that's how it all started. How about you? Did you know?
No, I didn't know. I did so many things, but I started off in liberal studies. I was going to be a teacher, and then I ended up quitting school and getting a wedding planning certificate. I did wedding planning for a little while.
Oh my God!
And then through that, kind of realized that I wanted to do design, and I was actually originally intending to do wedding design or still be in the event space. And it wasn't until I was in school and started working for a magazine that I realized that I actually really loved art direction and production more than graphic design. But I still got my degree in that, and then,
that is
I'm focusing more on that now.
Cool. I love wedding. I designed my own wedding.
Did you?
I did everything. I was the wedding planner, the wedding designer.
It's so fun. It's very stressful, but very fun.
Yes.
Yes. So Navita's asking, I'm 27 and want to get into design. Am I too late to start? And if not, how do I create a portfolio and sell myself for jobs? It is not too late.
It's never.
It's never
ever
too late to start. So do you have recommendations for how you would start building a portfolio?
Yes. I would. So if you don't have real client work right now, I would recommend making your own projects. Like we're doing right now, because this is basically a fake project.
Yeah.
Pick something that you like, that you're extremely passionate about, because that's where your best self's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Pick something that you're extremely passionate about and something that reflects the work that you want to be doing.
Yes.
Forever.
That's such a good point.
Yes, because sometimes we just try to fill our portfolio with a little bit of everything. Oh, let me put some packaging design here and some of this here and some of that there. But if those projects are not exactly what you want to be doing, then you're stuck with clients that are not.
Clients will hire you for what's in your portfolio.
Yes. So that's my first advice.
Yeah, that's really good advice.
I think so.
And if you don't know exactly what you should include in that fake client brief that you could create for yourself, you can look at other designers. Go to Lina's Behance and see what she included in her event design package, and then kind of create your own branding for an event, and you can include those different aspects. She has a website in there, she has social media graphics, and then you can kind of have a framework for what would be included in that. And then watching videos like this. There's so many amazing design and career building streams that Adobe has that you can watch and learn from, and so many really talented people. So you're already in a great place to start, and it's never too late.
Never. Never too late.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are almost done. I left it to one
so
color
cute.
so
Yeah.
they don't kill me
Very
because I'm
simple.
making
But it looks very good. I like the little wavy today's date. So cute.
So let's do.
Wow. Ravens has studied management communication, doing freelance about 2 years, right? Today I worked at a startup for a month as a graphic designer.
Yes. You guys all have very interesting lives.
Yes. I would say, too, a great way to build your portfolio is to join in on the challenges, because the challenges are a great way to learn different tools that you might not use, and it's kind of like, it's a challenge. So it's something where, you know, you may not think of making a poster in this way, or you may not think of using tools in a certain way, but you get to like experiment and play around and build your skills, and then you also get feedback. So that's super helpful. The more feedback you can get from other people who are doing what you want to be doing, that's super helpful in just growing.
Yes. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. Okay.
So Alicia says the templates that she's creating are kind of like ebook templates.
Oh.
Design them in Illustrator, then recreate them in PowerPoint. I have them aimed for people who want to create their own ebook but aren't design savvy.
Oh, that's
That
amazing.
is so handy.
Yes,
That's really cool.
Great.
Daring 2 is her
Nice.
link.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing that. That's a great idea.
That's a good thing as a designer too, that you can create your own like little business
Passive
or
income.
like passive
Once it's
income.
designed
100%.
and it's up there and people can purchase it, and you don't have to continually be creating new things to earn a little bit of extra income.
I agree.
I think as a freelancer, that's super a really important thing to think about, to have passive income and to have multiple streams of income, because your clients are not always going to be consistent. So you want to have a little bit of a cushion of other money coming in, but also if you know you have some money coming in other ways, as in addition to just clients, you can also be more picky about the clients that you choose, because you won't be desperate to book every client that you can get. So that's a really good thing to think about if you're freelancing or thinking about freelancing, is how can you have multiple revenue streams.
Absolutely. So let's do a little moon. I'm going to use the Pathfinder tool to do a little moon.
Oh yeah, Charlie says thanks for the awesome advice. I've been doing that, made some Twitch streamers overlays. That's really cool. We may be able to check that out later, but probably not on the stream. But thank you for sharing.
Nice.
Yes. I've been working as a designer for 10 years. I would like to get more up to date and grow, so classes are very helpful, says Super Mayo. Yes, it's very helpful. Eric says, I have a full-time job and I still want to book every client. And that's great. If you want to take on every client that comes your way, more power to you. But at some point, it's hard to have the time to really take on every client.
Yes, and still have a life.
Yes, still have a life.
Which you have a great article in your
thank you.
in your blog, so you guys should check. You guys have to check her blog, especially if you're interested in the business aspect and photography and everything. Check out her blog at
Lina. It's weekend-creative.com is our site. We share a lot of freelancing advice and photography advice.
So we have a page of our journal, and this journal, so it's meant to complete by the person that receives it. You get a little bit of the date, and then you get a task for the day that relates to everything that they're going to be learning in the conference.
I love
it says practice non-judgment towards myself and others. And then today's reminder is that no one's perfect. Lighten up on yourself. And then you get to complete a little bit on the day and then a little bit at night.
Love it. It's so simple, but I feel like it would be so
That's
impactful.
That's the idea behind it. And they would have like one each day.
That's great.
When they open it. Or we could like create a custom quote in here that looks nice. Let's see, I think I had some copy that we could use.
Anthony says, I think you need to be picky about the design work that you pick, even if you want to book everyone. Niches are life. I totally agree with that. Like you were talking about earlier, you kind of want to think about niche, like a niche that you could fit into, or what's the work you really want to take on. Or, you know, sometimes you may have to take on other clients or take on other projects, but what goes into your portfolio, I think especially you want to be very picky about.
I agree.
We do work that doesn't go in our portfolio here and there, and that's okay. Like it was, you know, we picked it for a reason, and we're just not going to advertise that we did that particular work for whatever reason. You know, it may not fit with the style of work that we want to be doing consistently. So
I agree 100%.
Yes.
With you and Anthony.
But I think that's personal choice. You can take on everything if you have the time.
Yes.
Charlie is asking, okay, so first, Otto's asking, what are we building? So if you are new to the stream, this is day 2, and Lina is working on an event design. So kind of like the whole everything of the event. Yesterday was doing save the dates and the little badges that you would wear, and then today she did some gifts, and then she has worked on some merch. So all for this one event and a client that she made up for fun for this stream. So that's what we're doing if you are just joining us, and in about 48 minutes she's going to be reviewing some portfolios. So if you want your portfolio to be reviewed, we'll be going through 2 different ones. So make sure you submit right above the chat. And then Charlie's asking, where should I find clients? So do you have advice on where you can look for clients?
So if you do have a portfolio that's very niche-y, again, you can look for clients. Like, let's say my portfolio was very feminine and like driven to female business owners, or like female empowerment. Like, let's say this project. No, I can go in and look for Facebook groups that have women entrepreneurs, or
it's so valuable.
So I think that's like the beauty of having a niche portfolio. And then so that also, like, if my portfolio reflected a lot of event branding, I might just like go into places that I know they do events, or brands that I know they have a summit every year, or and just be like, hey, I saw this branding of your summit this year, it looks amazing, I just want to let you like drop my portfolio so that if you need anything next year, let me know. Or just like go chase the people that reflect what you already have. That would be my advice.
Cold emails are great if there's brands you want to work with, like reaching out to them, and you can go on LinkedIn and try to find the more specific people that you would need to talk to. So instead of just emailing info@ whatever, you can find the art director or find their design, you know, whoever's in charge of like their brand identity or whatever, and connect with them through LinkedIn, which is super helpful. But Facebook groups are huge. We've gotten several clients off Facebook groups.
And there's so many.
There's so many. And there's more new ones every day.
I know, it's crazy.
Raven is asking, do you work alone when you're designing? Or do you have a team?
When it's design work, I do it myself, unless it's a really big project, then I would get a junior designer to help me. For other projects, I work with copywriters, developers, photographers, producers, depending on what's need. No, animator. That's an important one. Yes. But for design, if it's a small project that I can take on myself, I do that.
Yeah. And then Taylor's asking, how did you get connected with Adobe to do this live stream?
So I got connected I got connected to Adobe via Creative Lady Directory. So that's another thing that if you guys are looking for exposure or work, get into those directories and you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
Like I got a call from Adobe and I was like, what? How did you find me? And it was through that. So it is really, it pays off.
Yes. Definitely does.
Oh, let me see.
Yes, we'd about put a link to Creative Lady Directory.
Yes. Mm-mm. Okay. So I'm just gonna do the journal cover
Okay.
really quick. And then we can move on to something else.
Yeah, Eric says, sadly, I'm not a lady. And that's true. You would need to be a lady to be in that directory. But there's other ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of directories. This is not the only one that I'm at. And there's like, you can find your niche and find, like there's Creative Lady, there's people of color, there's another one that's for Hispanics, Latin. So there's like everything. You just need to do a little bit of research, but you'll find one that accommodates to you.
Yes. I love that red and pink.
I love red and
So
pink
fun.
too. It's so, I love that color combination.
Yeah.
Let's stick in some branding in there, like some logo. So, okay. So, it's one side. So after these, we can either move on to merch. We can, how much time do we have?
Well, we have about 40 minutes until the portfolio reviews.
Okay, so we can either do menu design or we can try some Instagram templates or...
What do you guys want to see?
Navid, so is it necessary to use Illustrator for design? Absolutely. It is. If you are creating logos, you absolutely need to use InDesign because when you create a logo in Photoshop, you're creating it pixel based, and you always want a logo to be vector based so that your client has eternal flexibility.
It can scale a lot better.
Exactly. So basically, if you create a logo in Photoshop that is 1,000 pixels for 1,000 pixels, that's it. Like there's no more life beyond that.
Yeah.
If you create a logo in Illustrator that is 100 pixels by 100 pixels and you want to blow that off into a building, you can do that later on because you can scale it however you want. So yes, do go to Illustrator transfer.
Because technically you could build it in Photoshop and it technically can do the same things, but so why not use Illustrator for a logo instead of InDesign? Yeah, that's what you're saying, I think, is to use Illustrator for logos and for design.
I'm not sure if InDesign is also vector based, But in design,
actually, that's a great question.
But in design, you mostly use it for layout.
Yes, for books or magazines.
So like something like this, what I'm doing right now, this should have been done in design. According to the design gods.
Yes.
But
we both like Illustrator.
We're like
InDesign is amazing. It's super powerful. It's especially if you're doing a long form book because you can have the style guides that you can apply easily to every single page. So that's super, super helpful. But for if you're doing logos or like graphics, Illustrator is the way to go, I think, personally.
Yeah. Yes, I am the biggest fan of Illustrator in the house. So
amazing. Everyone is asking for Instagram templates.
Yes, I'm seeing that. Okay, let's do that then. Let's see. Just really quick, I'm going to finish here, and I'm going to have you vote.
Oh, me? Okay.
I mean, you guys can all vote.
But my opinion matters the most. Yeah, Vlad's saying InDesign is print, so it would make no sense for it to be rasterized. I'm pretty sure it's vector-based. I'm pretty sure, too. I just had never thought about it before.
Yeah, I've never tried designing a logo.
Yes, and Jack says you can create vector shapes in InDesign, but Illustrator has more tools, and that is true because it's built for illustrating or for designing more so than InDesign is great for print.
Okay, so red or
pink? Okay, what do you guys like, red or pink? Let us know. Let us know.
Let's see. While we do that, I'm going to create a new document so we can start on our templates.
Okay.
And I'm going to do these 1500 by 1500. And then let's say...
One for pink, one for red. Red.
Red.
Seems like red is winning.
Red,
we got some more for pink.
Pink. You guys, I lost the count.
Pink. Oh no. This is where we need our little vote button. Red. Oh man. I feel like it's even.
Good. That's my husband. So he counts for two.
He counts, yeah. He probably counts for a lot.
Aww. Thank you, Amor, for watching.
Aww.
Okay. So Instagram.
Yes.
Templates. Actually, let me create. No, we'll just do it here. Okay. So let's say we had different, because a lot of what I've seen with clients, they sometimes want like a basis. Like this project is an example of it. That we are one. They wanted me to develop the overall branding, but then they wanted to continue it on in-house because they had a junior designer that could continue doing. So let's say when we go.
Could you switch to my screen for a second? Sure. Thank you.
So let's say we have. Oh, Vlad, let us explain you what an Instagram template is.
Okay.
So basically it's just a template for clients to be able to carry on your design into their grid.
Kind of a guideline for when they should post what or how to use everything in social media, right?
It's like so these ones are just like basically, let's say they need to do various things with this event. They need to do they need to feature sponsors. They need to let you know when the tickets are up for sale. They need to do a ticket countdown, and they need to announce their
speakers.
Yes. So this would be an example of the speakers. Let's say they do they have to announce every one of the speakers that's gonna be there, but maybe they don't have the budget to have an agency do all of that work for them. So I do the templates for them, and then they take on that role in-house. Or maybe at the time that we complete the project, they haven't closed their speakers yet. So
you'd give them the templates,
they'll
and they
have
can drop
the templates,
the photos
and then
in
they can drop the
of
photos.
The speakers. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Or drop text in later. Got it.
Yes. So
okay.
Let's say we needed. Okay, speaker, and then we have, what else can we do for them? What can you imagine? Speaker,
like you said, sponsors is a good one.
We could do sponsors.
And then maybe that the tickets are available for purchase.
Oh yeah, that's a better one. Registration open, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
registration open.
Open. Okay. So let's start with the
Make sure that you guys submit your portfolio. We have about 34 minutes, and Lina will be reviewing 2 different ones. So if you want a chance for yours to be reviewed, make sure you submit it right above the chat. And also just a reminder that Monday is a holiday for us here in the US, and so the office will be closed. And there will be no streams on Monday, but on Tuesday we'll be back with new challenges in Photoshop and XD and some 3-day streams that you don't want to miss. So make sure you come back and join us on Tuesday.
Yes. Yeah, so one thing that I'm doing, I'm just like going back to what I had already done.
Okay.
And see, because I want to make sure that what I'm doing, it's gonna match the identity.
Yeah.
So I can like drag a couple things that I have and see how I can incorporate it into the design.
Yeah, making sure it's all cohesive and everything flows together. Looks like it all belongs to the same event.
Yes, and usually this does not take one round like we're making it seem like it does.
With a real client.
Yeah, and it's usually like I wouldn't have just like done this and move on.
Yes.
I would have probably done like 3 different iterations of these and like go back and forth. But we don't want to bore you guys, so we're trying to move on as quickly as possible.
Okay, so some questions about how to submit to the portfolio review. So right above the chat, at the very top, there's some different tabs. And so if you click right here on the portfolio review tab, there will be a form right here that you can use to submit your portfolio. It will need to be on Behance. And there will be 2 portfolios that will be selected to be reviewed. So you can definitely submit, and we'd love to see your work and make sure that you submit. Yes. Okay, so Ivan's asking, do you usually prepare the whole set for the client to review, or at what step in the process would you show them the direction? Like, you wouldn't probably design all these aspects before. You'd have kind of something like what you have there before you go that direction.
Yes, I would not design unless it's a giant budget.
Yes.
Then I would dig into designing.
Design whatever they ask you to do. Yeah.
For different identities. No. Yeah. I usually present a first presentation with the a mood board, and then and this can go with different, each concept will have a mood board, a color palette, font choice and like the logo mark or the type treatment kind of thing. That would be one concept, and then another one with the same things. And then I'll let the client decide what they like the best and move on from there.
Yes, and then dive into
Yes, and then dive into
with
the
that
assets.
direction.
But definitely close the concept first.
Yes.
Because otherwise...
Yeah.
Let's see. This is too much. Do another one.
Do you have a template for asking, or do you have kind of the same questions that you always ask a client before you begin a project like this?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah. What do you ask?
I have a form, like a typic form that I ideally like my if the client is local, I like to
Meet with them
and talk more in detail with them
Sure.
first. But if not, I have a survey kind of thing that I ask them. So like details from like who's your audience, like who are you targeting this event to, what's the name of the event, what's like the story, the concept behind the event or behind your brand in this like in other cases. What are your competitors? What is competitors? And then if there's anything that they would absolutely not like let's say they hate the color red and they're like, so like things that they definitely don't want for their brand, other brands that they admire. That's what I can remember from now. How about you? Do you guys ask them?
Yeah, similar questions. Because it's photography, we want to know kind of where the image is going to be used. Are they going to be print, web, social, all of the above? I want to know about their brand, want to know about other companies they like, styles they like. I usually ask them, too, if there's specific things on our site that they like. Because we have kind of a variety of styles, ish. And so, if they're kind of drawn to a particular thing we've already done, project we've already worked on, all those kinds of things. Their budget, if they'll give it to me. Usually they don't. But it's nice to know, and then that helps too, because then instead of spending a lot of work creating a proposal, if I know their budget doesn't meet our minimums, I can let them know that right away and say, I can still create a proposal for you, but we may not be the right fit right off the bat, and that saves us both time. So that's helpful if they are willing to offer it.
Do you have anyone you would like to see a talk by? I'm looking for a picture.
A picture. I was
placeholder picture.
I forgot what you were doing for a second.
Or we can find one of them. We'll just pretend.
Zooey Deschanel.
Okay.
Do her. I don't know. I feel like she would be a fun person to listen to a speech from. And I just saw her in concert, and so I'm like, I just love her. She's so cute.
Let's see. And this is not how the process would go.
Yes, you have an actual photo
you
that
would get a photo that the
submit.
press people sent to
that's
them.
kind of cute, though. It kind of goes with the colors.
Yeah.
Look how cute she is. Is that an illustrated?
Oh, it is an illustrated shirt. That's cute.
It's very cute.
Yeah. See? Things like this, you can get inspiration from
Yes,
anywhere.
look
You're
how
like,
cute.
oh, maybe I'll get that into the next project. let's see. Let me look for bigger ones. So.
There was a question a little bit ago about submitting your portfolio if it's focus on work relevant to the stream topic. So we're going to try to focus on portfolios that are more graphic design and branding focused because that's what the stream is about. If you have some graphic design in your portfolio, feel free to submit. We'll pick 2 of those. But if it's all photography or all UX UI, that may not be the right for portfolio for this stream, but there'll be other streams that you can definitely submit to in the future. Okay, so this is a great question. Vlad's asking, if you use a commercial font that you own, how does the licensing work if that font is essential for someone else's brand? So like if you own a font, does the client also have to purchase a license for that?
The client would need to purchase a license for it.
So just because you own the license, you can't transfer that license to your client, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not, but you can use Adobe fonts.
Yes.
And
you get
and
so
Adobe
many
fonts
amazing
made,
fonts.
Yes.
There's like
so much easier.
Very good fonts in there.
Yes.
Are you able to share the form that you use I don't know, would you be able to share the form with the questions that you ask your clients?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me find out the link.
Okay.
Hey. I forgot. So you can find the link at onlychilddesign.com/brand questionnaire.
There you go. Perfect, thank you.
And that's the one that's usually for like brands, not specifically event branding.
Sure.
But you guys can get an idea. Event branding would include also things like where's your event gonna be hosted, how many people are you expecting, and there you do need the budget that they have for print and but because that's gonna also inform what merchandise or what kind of signage you're gonna get because budget.
Yes. Taylor's asking if Adobe fonts are free to use commercially.
What's the deal with Adobe fonts?
I actually don't know that. I don't design commercially. I use them all internally, so I have not looked into that. Maybe Voodoo Val can answer that for us.
Voodoo.
Potentially. We'll see. Oh yeah, she also put a link to your brand questionnaire, so if you guys are interested in that.
I don't know if this photo's gonna work.
The colors work.
The colors are great, but I don't know if it's gonna work for what I wanted. Because I wanted to get that speaker
got it
popping in there.
Got it.
But no, I might just get rid of this.
Yeah.
Have it like that. And
hello from Brazil. Hi, Eduardo. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Lina is from Onlychild Design, and she's working on a full event identity branding today. So thanks for joining us. Okay, perfect. We'd about put a helpful FAQ link. Maybe it disappeared, but there we go. It's back. A link to all the information about how you can use Adobe fonts, and definitely look into that if you're wanting to use them commercially, to make sure that you're doing everything legally and correctly. So. Hello from Copenhagen. We can pick someone else too if it doesn't work.
No, she works.
She works.
I just don't know how to spell her name.
Oh yeah, I know. She's kind of a.
Okay, So let's do.
I believe the short answer is yes. Thank you, Val. But yes, you should read the details. Always read the fine print. So bringing in that element from the save the date that you had.
Yes.
So it's going to connect with that. And you just did type on a path, right, for this circle?
I did. I just used type on a path. Fairly simple. And 30.
Gilbert says, watching from Ghana. I love this session.
Oh,
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. And here, we need her name still.
Yes.
This is so quiet.
I know.
Should we incorporate another
The blue?
color?
Maybe?
Or maybe even like a little shape.
Oh,
Let's see, do we have any?
that's fun.
Yes.
Yes, 20 minutes until portfolio reviews, so make sure you submit yours. We would love to be able to review your work. You guys, also, she's drawing this shape right now on a trackpad, so I feel like that is like major props to you for making such a nice shape on a trackpad.
Well, I don't know about now. It's
I think it's so beautiful.
Thank
and
you,
smooth.
thank you.
So
Flattered.
great job.
I'm gonna simplify it a little bit. And then take this again. Okay, yeah, so
clipping
it gives
mask.
it a little more pop.
Vlad's asking, one thing I've always wondered, if you're designing a billboard, how do you deal with having to use images that aren't vectors? How do you make the image not look blurry?
For
Billboards.
Well, if you need photos, you're gonna need a giant
High resolution.
resolution
Yeah.
photo.
Yes. Yeah, I think it really depends on the resolution of the image. Anthony says, wow, I can't use the trackpad at all. Hi, Justin. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Cute.
Try something. I don't know if
Okay.
this is gonna look good,
Yeah,
but we'll try.
So you're doing an offset path.
I'm doing offset path.
Okay.
Let's see. No, actually. I need to do
Ooh.
these like repeated.
Okay.
I know there's a way to repeat it.
So you did offset path, and then that just brought like a line out that's exactly the same shape, but it's separate from the
Yes. So
original
it's
shape.
and there's a way to do repeated offset paths too, but I don't know why I'm not getting it.
Does anyone know how to do a repeated offset path? Oh wait, did you just do it? You did.
No.
Oh,
I know what I had to do.
okay.
I would have had to create a bigger, so I can show you guys this.
Oh.
Like the blended.
Got
thingy
it.
with the shape.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna do 3, so I can do it the other way.
Marcela says, hi, Lina from Argentina.
Hi, Marcela. Okay, so let's say this is our speaker note, right? I would maybe create a couple layouts and a couple different color options to give it to the client.
Okay. It's very cute.
So, let's say we have another color option. How much time do we have?
We have 15 minutes until portfolio reviews.
Okay. And then...
do you want to explain again what the offset path does?
Yes. So I'll show you guys.
Oh yeah, make a much larger offset path and then use blending mode to make repeats.
Yeah, that would be the other solution. So let's say I have a shape that... You're red. Okay, I have this shape right here, and I want to create the exact same shape, but larger, and keep it like consistent, because a lot of the shapes don't scale consistency like a rectangle consistently. Like if you have a rectangle and I'll do it with the rectangle, that's better. If you have a rectangle and you scale it, you can see that I did not scale it. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so with a rectangle, for example, you can see that these two sides are not equal, right? So if you wanted to create a bigger version of the rectangle, but that keeps all of the sides equal, what you would do, you would go to path, offset path, and then create an offset path of, let's say it's 30, nope, that's like, it's 70. And click OK. And that would give you a shape that is completely proportional. So it's very handy when you're designing like stickers, like sticker sheets or things like that, that you need to have a border around. It's super helpful. So okay, so
cute. I love it.
Yay! So we have two. Let's move on. So the way that I would give this to a client in a template mode, I would basically layer the elements, and I would go onto my layers, right? And everything that is behind what they're gonna change, then I put it on to a first layer, right? Actually, I need to divide this too. Okay, so okay, so I would have another layer with with this design is a little more complex because we have like many layers already in the design going, but I would figure out wait, let me mask this because it's driving me crazy. Okay, so name, cloth, and this one can go in the same layer as this other one that's static. So I go in and I block all the layers that should not be changed by the client so that they don't
adjust the actual design.
Adjust the actual design. And then I would say, for instance, like photo goes here, and then I would have another layer that says name of artist. And then right now we have more layers because our document is all over the place, but usually the client would get in and he would only have access to the photo
that's smart.
and the type.
Text, yeah.
So that, and obviously like make sure that the alignment on, like, let's say this is flush left because you want it to always stick to the right. If flush right to the right side, then I would make sure that that's flushed the correct version. If something needs to be centered, make sure that the text alignment, it's always where it needs to be. So
Anthony says it's all coming together really nicely. So cool.
thank you.
Claire's
Thank you, Jack.
asking if it's possible to watch this video tomorrow, and it is. You can watch all the replays of all the Adobe live streams right on Behance, and there's so many really good ones that you guys should check out. So you can definitely watch this tomorrow if you are able to finish it today. And you should watch yesterday's stream too, because Lina showed how she like starts this whole process, and she did some save the dates and stuff, and so you definitely want to check that out as well.
Yes.
Taylor is asking, what are some of your favorite branding studios that inspired you before you had your own?
I have a bunch, but I have a very bad memory. So I can go into my Instagram and let you know. I can put it into the comments. Can I put that into the comments later on or not?
Yeah, or if you maybe share on your story later. Everyone
I'll
follow.
share. Yes,
Go
there you
follow
go. That's what I'm
Lina.
gonna do.
Onlychild Design, but with just one D, right, on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, so Onlychild Design video, I'll probably drop her link in the chat there. Go follow her, and she'll post all those later so you can go get more inspiration.
Yes.
But she is very inspiring, so definitely go check her out and follow.
Yes, go. Put it in here so we make sure. Okay, how much time do we have?
We have 7 minutes before portfolio reviews.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pull this to my main document. We were social media. Oh, and another thing that I would do, I would make that a story version as well.
Yes.
Just because right now, everyone
That's
needs
so important.
both.
Yep.
But
Yeah, very important.
so we have the
So fun. So like you said, you can use this to make sure it fits with everything else you previously designed and just make sure everything's really cohesive.
Yes, this helps me a lot to see where I'm at with the design, like what else needs to be designed, and make sure that all the elements like work
Fit
nicely
together, yeah.
nicely together. So especially things that you're gonna have together, like right now that I designed the journal, for example. Now I am assuming that maybe they will use the pen together with the journal, so that might help me decide what journal I want. Do I want it to match it, or do I want it to be reversed and complemented? So things like that, it helps me to see them all together. And
do you consider accessibility when you're designing a brand? And if so, how do you go about that?
accessibility, like in the client's
I think probably, well, maybe correct me when I'm wrong, but I'm thinking like disabilities, like especially for a website or...
I wish I took it more into consideration, to tell you the truth. It's something that I might overpass sometimes.
Sure.
Because
it's hard to remember to think about sometimes if you're not used to thinking about it.
Yes, it's actually something that I never got. Like, it's something that they don't teach you at school. Well, I mean, at least at my school.
They didn't teach
and that's
it at my
really
school either, yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah, it is.
It's and of course it is like my duty as a person and designer to research it on my own. But I know I actually got like more introduced to that with Julia at my last stream.
Yeah.
Like, she's really big into that, and yeah, you should check her work out because she's really good and she has some good examples of accessibility.
That's good to know. Yeah, even for print, Vlad says, if the contrast isn't enough for someone with not so good eyesight. Something to think about for sure.
Yes. Simply because you know that women can't be colorblind.
Yeah,
supposedly.
that's
so
true.
This is a conference for women. So we know there's no color.
No color blindness.
No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. Okay.
We have 3 minutes till portfolio reviews, 3.5 minutes.
So exciting.
Submit.
Yes. Okay, so we start seeing how this is coming together. And what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish on my own a couple more of these and then submit it in my Behance as I would present it in a portfolio.
Yes.
So check it out because that might help to answer the question you guys made before.
Yes, definitely follow Lina on Behance and Instagram and everywhere. If you want to see more of this finished piece. Food About says I think it might be difficult sometimes too if you work for a client who's very set on certain design elements that do not accommodate certain points of accessibility. Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah.
What would you call this design aesthetic that you're working in? Is there a name for it? Do tell us what Chan says, but I think it's just like poppy fun. I don't know if there's like an actual name for this specific style.
I don't know.
Yeah. Not sure.
Do you?
I don't know.
No. If someone knows, please let us know.
I think it's just Lina's style.
Lina's style. We can call it that.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Okay. Awesome. So, let me transfer the gifts that we... for reference.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're not gonna be.
You've made so much this stream. I almost forgot that we made this today in the same day.
I forgot about these too.
Alicia's asking if you make your own illustrations for client work or if you use stock illustration.
It depends on the budget of the client. If they have a budget to accommodate custom illustration, I will do them. But if not, I can, like, sometimes I use stock, but I modify it so that it,
customize it.
like, that it fits both the brand and also they're cohesive between them. But yeah, there's some really good stock illustrations now. So
Adobe Stock is a great place to look for those if you need them.
Yes.
To start.
Okay, so here's everything we've made this stream, guys.
That is so impressive. You've done so much.
We made some
you guys
invites, save the dates
in just a few hours.
And 4
and
hours.
A little bit of time outside of that. But how crazy. That's amazing.
Yes. We accomplished a lot, but there's a lot more to be accomplished.
Yes, make sure you follow her. We might have time at the very end to touch on a little bit more.
Okay, perfect.
But we'll see.
Perfect. If we have time, we can animate the little bottle.
Okay. Okay. If not, you should do it later and then post it so we can see.
Yes, and I'm going to post these too.
Okay, good. Yeah, follow her.
On Instagram, and so that you guys can use it if you want.
Oh my gosh. Okay, can they be in the little Giphies where we can search for them?
Yes.
Okay, you guys have to follow Lina so you know when they're available. But right now, we are going to go into space and review some portfolios. So we'll be right back.
Same?
No, they're different.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you guys saw the same time. I'm like,
we are in space now. Totally. We're floating around. You can't see exactly, but we are. We're no gravity anymore.
It was a long way here.
Yes. Okay, but it's safe to take these off, so let's take these off.
Okay.
So we can see your portfolios better. Okay. Fun. So first we have Gabby. Looks like some beautiful design work here.
Hi, Gabby.
Thank you for submitting.
Yes.
If you want to click into projects, feel free. You can have full reign.
We're going to start with the first one.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Kind Tea.
Aww. Wow, this is
cute.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. I love that packaging. It's so nice. Did you take your own photography?
I love it. I love too that it's like kind and it kind of looks like the shape of a house, which makes me think of like cozy and home and safe. So that's really cute. That it's like
the color combinations are working really good. It's very cute. I love the logo mark as well.
Oh, mental health and wellness. Wow.
Nice. Let's keep going. Oh, this is so cute. This is really nice touch to the tea. I love that it is taking it from your logo, so it's tying everything together.
How beautiful.
Love the photography. Yes, the packaging, it's very well designed as well. It's like simple, minimalistic.
Yes, just the essential information, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I love it.
Aww.
The photo. This is amazing. Is this a real product?
Ooh, let us know.
Let us know, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to get it.
Ludovel says the top of the box looks like star anise.
Oh,
that's
yes.
Spice.
Yes.
Very cute, yeah.
That's true. It's beautiful. I love that. I love the way that it's presented too. It's amazing. The photography, it's really nice. Oh, look. We have event branding. That's awesome.
Yes.
This is perfect. I love these too.
It looks so fun.
It's so nice. See, like everything ties together perfectly.
Very connected.
Very connected.
I like too that it's a packaging design commercial or conference packaging type. I like these little shapes because it looks like packaging, but it's not too literal. Like it's not like a present or a box. Like it looks.
Yeah.
It's those shapes of packaging, but it's less literal.
Yes, and it incorporates the type and the packaging.
How cute! That's fun.
It's really cool. It's really, really nice, and I love how you're presenting it. I'm not sure if they're mock-ups or photos, probably mock-ups, but
Like mock-ups.
they look really good, and it gives like life to your brand. So this is amazing. I love it.
I love the colors too. Very fun. Oh yeah, Rubik's cubes. Jan says it looks like Rubik's cubes.
Yes, exactly. Eat Smart, Ski More. Tips from the left. This is a book that contains practical tips and recipes to greatly improve skiers' performance, strength,
such
concentration,
interesting
while
projects.
skiing. Yeah,
Like so unique. I
they're
love
really
it.
nice. Awesome. Okay, some really cool illustration over here. It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's really nice. Like,
Oh, I
I
love
have
the
nothing to say.
Yes.
All the
So
illustrations are amazing. Is these a real book that we can get?
Yes. Let us know
if
if these are real projects or if these were clients that you came up with on your own just for fun. Wow.
And this is a logo for an anniversary of the Brooklyn Circus. Yeah. And yours is
Wow.
cute. Nice. Cute. Really cute.
Okay, Gabby says the illustrations are not mine. But you use them in your design very well.
Yeah. They look really nice.
Very clean.
Like, I think the way that the illustrations used really complements the design. Like, it flows
It's not
very seamlessly.
competing,
Yeah. It's really nice. And this is... Oh, cool. Nice.
Oh, fun.
This is so cool. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's very fun.
I once made one like that. It's so messy and so
fun.
fun.
Oh, it is a real book. Okay, I made the design of the book. I did that during an internship. It's a real book.
Nice.
Wow.
Cool.
How fun.
Really cool. Spring is here. This is an illustration. Looks really cute.
Yes.
The colors are very poppy. Definitely very joyful. And I think we went through the entire... Oh, one more. Oh, that's titles. Nice. We're not gonna play the video, but we can like look at the stills.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's so cute. This is beautiful. Yeah. The illustrations are. This is beautiful, Gabby. Like, I think your portfolio, it's very well presented. It is like the projects are really really impressive. So it's really, like you're super talented.
Yeah, good variety too.
Yes.
Of different kinds of projects that you worked
Yeah,
on.
it's a good variety, but I still feel like it's like everything very very poppy and joyful and cheerful. So it would be easy for clients to like get an idea of what it is to work with you, and like I can see clients like being driven to your aesthetic for sure, like certain kinds of clients.
Yeah.
So congratulations. This is an amazing portfolio. What are we doing next?
Next we have Martin.
Martin Andonov from Germany. Hello. book cafe. Enjoy coffee. Okay, so you did the logo. It looks really good. Well balanced. We have the logo animation, but I don't know. It seems
Our
like
Wi-Fi
it's
might be a little
getting a little
slow.
bit stuck.
In space, you know, it's,
Yeah, we don't have very
our
good
Wi-Fi
connection.
is very bad here.
Yes.
But it looks really cool. Like it's really fun. Wow. There we go.
There you
we
go.
go. Okay.
Nice.
Wow.
Cool.
Wow, that's so cute.
I like that you're incorporating the animation into the logo. It looks really cool. Wow, yeah, really, really cool. You incorporated a little mood board and mapping, which is great.
Showing your process.
Yeah, this is really good to show clients, especially when you're talking about your design. Incorporated your process. I always appreciate when designers do this.
Yeah.
If not for clients, for us designers,
Yes,
it's so interesting to see how you came up with the process. I really like it. Nice. I love the color palette. Cute. Nice. It's an animated.
Yeah, you have great animation.
Yes, this is really cute. And it's from Colombia, which I'm half Colombian. So.
There you go.
Nice.
Winning points right there.
Oh. We got a Colombian. It's Colombia, but with an O. But other than that, it looks beautiful. This is...
Wow.
Oh, look, you even have an animated mug.
That's so nice.
It's really nice. I love how this project is presented, and the animation really adds up to the entire thing. I think maybe here it might have been saved with another color and so you get a little bit of change in the color. So that would be my only thing to point out. But it looks really, really cool. I want to go here.
Yeah.
Or buy their coffee. That's nice. And we have a beard logo, an identity. Yes, I agree with Voodoo. You guys are amazing.
Yes, killing it.
Yes. This is... Oh, look at this. This is so cool.
I love that you show your process so much.
Yeah.
I think that's so amazing.
Yes, it's really cool.
Oh, look at the little bow ties on this pattern.
Yeah.
I love it.
Super cute, like very minimalistic and cute. I love this color combination.
Yeah, the color is very nice.
Yeah,
The
it's
gray with the blue and the white.
yeah, really cool.
Got some merch in
We've
there.
got some merch. We've got some...
Nice.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Very clean.
Let's see. He's got more projects, so let's choose
Pick a few of them.
the doghouse because
Of course, 'cause
of course,
it's a dog.
dogs. Of course. Oh, nice. This is really cool how you incorporated the house and the paw.
Yes. Great job.
It's beautiful.
Again, the process.
The process. You've got the dollhouse, and again, I think it really adds up to projects when you put them into mock-ups,
Yes.
because
They can see it in real life and what it could actually look like, and it's easier to envision.
yeah. And you've got some packaging too, which is great. Nice. And the rice, chicken. Really cool. And of course you close with a dog because
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna click on this one because it's funny because your portfolio, it's very masculine.
It's very blue.
It's very, yeah, and it has
And
like
dark,
a masculine
yeah.
feel to it. So I'm curious to see what this rose looks like.
Oh, wow. What?
Simple
How fun.
animation. Some of your process, your rose, and someone who cares.
Nice.
Cool. Nice. So we have that one. Should we watch? How much time do we have?
We have a couple more minutes
Okay.
if you want to look
Great.
at one more.
So,
yeah.
you choose.
Oh,
Which one would you like to
let's see this jewelry one.
The jewelry.
Yeah. Logo.
Nice. I like the logo. Like how this.
Yeah, it looks
like
really
that
nice.
It's working. It's
It looks
really
very
cool.
elegant and
Yeah.
expensive.
Yes. Yeah, very luxurious. Nice. One more? Now I want to.
Sure,
Do
yeah.
we have time? Or-
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Let us know what time we need to wrap up this stream.
Yes.
Because okay, hold on.
Nice.
Okay, we have 8 minutes.
Oh, thank you, Maritza.
Thank you. Okay. Like, I don't know what time it is anymore.
Okay,
I don't know what we're doing
one.
anymore.
Oh, this is nice with the little animation.
Oh yeah.
That was great, Martin. I really like how you incorporate animation into your
Yes.
portfolio. I think
Very
that's
good.
like definitely the highlight of it all. I like that you have like aesthetics. I see that you have like a masculine aesthetic, and I actually feel that that's like those are the projects that are working the most for you.
Yes.
I find like the Book Cafe and Beard Funk to be like very strong, and they also have like a very masculine aesthetic. So I wonder if that would be a good
Direction.
to go for you, and like knock on the door of clients that are more like that niche.
They want that style.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's great. I love how you put your projects into mock-ups to give it a little life. I would maybe not put that many images, because in some of the projects there's like
A lot
the
of
same,
things to scroll
a lot
through.
of mock-ups to scroll through, and some of them are the same but different iterations of the color. So maybe like trying to incorporate those into one image, or so it's not so long to scroll through. But it's a great portfolio. It's very strong.
Yes. Thank you guys for submitting. Definitely also submit to the creative challenges if you have time to work on those. And as I mentioned, tomorrow will be the last day of this round of creative challenges. But there will be new ones starting on Tuesday because Monday is a holiday here, and so we won't have any streams Monday, but Tuesday we'll be jumping into new Photoshop challenges, XD challenges. There'll be more portfolio reviews, so make sure you tune in then. There'll be some really cool 3-day streams, so definitely want to check that out. And then we have a few minutes if you want to show us anything else or talk about anything else.
Let's do, I don't know, should we do the self-love bottle animation?
Yes, let's try. And then Lina also mentioned earlier that she's going to make all these little gifts available on Instagram that you can put on your stories and use and play around with. So make sure you follow her on Instagram, Onlychild Design, 1D, and you'll be able to play around with these and see all the finished little gifts, which is pretty fun.
We're going to do something super simple here.
Okay, let's do it.
We're just going to have the bottle move
Cute.
a little. So what I do, I just copy it exactly how it was and then move it a little, like rotate it a little bit to the right. It might have been a bit to the right, and then I rotate it a bit to the left.
Cute.
And then I don't know if that's like too tiny of a rotation, but
We can see
we'll
once
see.
it's in Photoshop.
We'll see.
If you guys have any last questions for Lina, also, we have about 6 minutes, so make sure you get them in. If there's anything else you want to know about design or freelancing, make sure that you ask it now.
Yes.
While we're still on stream.
Yes, whatever you guys want to know. And also, if you guys have any questions down the line for me, I'm always available. You guys can email me via my website.
Yes, onlychilddesign.com.
I love to help in any way I can. So
Yes.
please. Okay, so we've got the gifts.
Oh, so Vlad's asking, is it a gray zone, ethically speaking, if you're being paid for illustrative work and you just use stock photos? That's something that you would tell, your client would know. Because you would tell them, well, it will cost this much for custom photos, for custom illustrations, and then if it's going to be stock, it will be this much, and the client would be very aware.
Yes, you need to inform your client of those
Yeah.
things, because if it's not good to charge for something that
You're not
actually doing. So be clear with them. Like if they don't have the budget, then stick to a stock illustration. You can do a couple changes, but if you're saying it's custom, it needs to be. If you're saying you're making it, then you need to make it, because the internet, it's a very small world.
Yes.
And
Yes,
they will
you will
find
be
out
found out.
one way or the
You
other.
will be found out.
So they will
Yes,
know,
it's
and
very
you will be
true.
screwed.
How cute is that?
So this is how it's gonna. This is a good thing about this, that I can see how it's
test it
gonna
out.
look just like previewing it. So
Wow, it's so cute.
oh, thank you. So really cute. So let me save so this doesn't. We don't run into the same problem
Yes.
the other time.
Yes.
And if you guys do get into that same problem at home, because I was trying to solve it and I found that there's some people that got it, just restart your Photoshop and it will work.
Have you ever worked in teams on these kinds of projects that you're doing right now? How is the collaborative process around that?
Yes. Well, as I said before, it's usually when I do bigger projects that require either animation or web development, production, or photography that I collaborate, or copywriting that I collaborate with someone. So it depends on the project. Again, like every project, it's very, very different. But what I will do is I usually guide the process. Like we have a meeting, we talk about what the needs of the brand are, what the overall direction. We do have a brainstorming session together. Depending, again, it depends on who I'm working with. If it's a copywriter and it's the beginning stage, I will have a brainstorming process. If it's an animator, depends on the project again. Usually I brainstorm with them, or usually I just send them exactly the direction that I want with the assets that I want. So it really it's gonna depend on the project, but I think that it's very important to be on the same page at the beginning, and then that's gonna make the collaboration be easier for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have advice for getting freelance jobs remotely in?
So yes, there are some. I'm not sure where you are at, but there's some companies that they're like, how do you call those people? That like represent you.
Oh,
but
an
they're
agent.
They're not agents exactly, but I'm blanking out. But people like Creative Circle, for example.
Oh, sure.
What are they? I don't know the name.
Like a I can't think of it either. But basically, people who can help you, like point jobs in your direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They basically they have a roster of
A sponsor?
sponsor. No,
Yeah.
I forgot the name. But these people,
Yes.
they have jobs and they match you with companies, and you can specify that you only want remote work.
Mm-hmm.
So people, but in the case of Creative Circle, you would have to be a resident of the United States. If not, I know a lot of people do like 99 designs and things like that, which is, I think it's killing us designers. But I think that's a good place to start remote work if you're outside of the US and want to get some clients.
Yeah. And like you mentioned earlier, Facebook groups and networking and all those kinds of things. A staffing agency? No. Recruiters?
Recruiters!
Yeah, there you go.
No, it's actually not recruiters. Oh, damn. Okay.
I don't know.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll post it to my stories.
Okay.
Follow me.
Thank you guys so much for joining this stream. And as I mentioned, you can watch yesterday's stream as well if you missed it. You can watch the replay. And Lina's going to be posting some of this finished work to her Instagram. So make sure you go follow her and support her. Yay. And tune in tomorrow. There'll be more streams. If you're not able to tune in tomorrow, then tune in on Tuesday. And have a great rest of your week.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.